Today, Robert Hur, the special counsel that was investigating President Biden in his classified documents case, testified today in front of the House Judiciary Committee for two reasons. Number one, the Republican Party wanted to understand why he did not charge the president with a crime so he can be indicted. Number two, why would you call the man crazy, senile, losing his memory, and all this other stuff in your indictment? Because it made the incumbent Democrat nominee for president look crazy and could hurt him in the election. I didn't get a chance to watch the whole 7-8 hours. I mean, I do have another job. I got multiple fucking jobs. I mean, if you want me to stop working and do this full time. But I believe neither one really wanted to get to the truth. They just wanted to protect their political parties. It was politics. The Republicans wanted to know why he did not charge Biden.
In these challenging times, and I want to tell you a few things that is interesting for me. You obviously could see that there is a motive, there is a legacy.
Look, I know she sound like, but just get past it, okay? Just pay attention and get past it. You can hear words when you get past it.
You obviously see that there was a willful retention of these documents, but it's interesting for me that when you talk about sympathetic, well-meaning older man with elderly man with a poor memory, it seems like every attorney would advise you to be sympathetic and be well-meaning, and it seems like the whole FBI needs to do based on my hearings here, I need to do check on amnesia because everyone says doesn't recall. So it seems to me that it might have been something way more in his recollection. There's a typical I don't recall, because that's what everything's like. That's I've learned it here. So is there something more than that, that just I don't recall something for you to actually decide? Because it seems that this is the core of the whole investigation. Why didn't you pursue further the charges?
Okay, if you were still having problems, basically what she was saying was Biden kept saying, I don't know, I don't recall. And she's saying, well, since he said, I don't know it, I don't recall, shouldn't that involve further investigation? Because he can't recall a lot of stuff. I mean, that should warrant an investigation. That's basically what she was saying. Never mind the fact that Trump did this.
Well, I don't remember the names. I don't remember the name. I don't remember ever buying something for myself. I mean, I don't remember that. Okay, as good as my memory is, I don't remember that. But I have a good memory.
So you don't remember saying you have one of the best memories?
I don't remember.
When they didn't have Republicans out there speaking incoherently, they had Republicans out there trying to prove that, in fact, Biden lied and that he should be charged.
You find in your report that the elements of a federal criminal violation are met. Isn't it frustrating that Biden continues to go out and lie about the basic facts of the report that lay out a federal criminal violation?
But there was one statute that Hur was telling them didn't meet Biden's case, unlike it met in Trump's.
I need to disagree with at least one thing that you said, which is that I found that all of the elements were met. One of the elements of the relevant mishandling statute is the intent element, and what my report reflects is my judgment that based on the evidence, I would not be able to prove beyond a reasonable doubt to a jury that that intent element had been met.
He could not prove intent to lie or deceive. But that didn't please Gates. He had to go a little bit further because he got to get this on the record and get this on the cameras.
But the reason you have that doubt is the senile cooperator theory, the fact that Joe Biden is so inept in responding that you can't prove the intent.
And the Democrats would know better. Eric Swalwell tried to get this man to agree not to be appointed by Trump again if he's ever elected back into the White House.
You want your report to be received with credibility, is that right?
That would be helpful and laudable, yes.
You want to be perceived, understandably, as credible, and so I want to first see if you will pledge to not accept an appointment from Donald Trump if he is elected again as president.
And Adam Schiff wanted to nail him down on the fact that he tried to call Biden senile in his report, maybe knowing that that rhetoric will amplify the fact that everybody's calling him Sleepy Joe and he's old and whatever.
I want to refer back to your opening statement in which you said that you did not disparage the president in your report. But of course you did disparage the president. You disparaged him in terms you had to know would have a maximal political impact. You understood your report would be public, right? And you could have chosen just to comment on the president's particular recall vis-a-vis a document or a set of documents, but you decided to go further and make a generalized statement about his memory, didn't you? You understood when you made that decision, didn't you, Mr. Hur, that you would ignite a political firestorm with that language, didn't you?
And this GOP fool from California, Representative Kiley, He's trying to argue that the DOJ chose not to prosecute Biden because they're prosecuting Trump.
Because you said, as for general deterrence, future presidents and vice presidents are already likely to be deterred by the multiple recent criminal investigations and one prosecution of current and former president and vice presidents for mishandling classified documents. So that one prosecution, of course, is the indictment brought by Jack Smith. So by the very terms of your analysis, Jack Smith's indictment actually counseled against and was counted against bringing charges in this case. Is that correct?
Watch Hur's reaction.
I'm sorry, Congressman, I don't follow your drift there.
Well,
The man had no idea what the hell this guy was talking about. So he decided to clarify and go a little bit deeper.
thank you. My time is out, but I'll just add the perverse implication here is that the administration, by the very terms of your analysis, actually made it less likely that the president would face charges by Jack Smith bringing an indictment.
Now, I don't trust any of these people no further than I can throw them. But all this was 8 hours of politics. What do you think?